Что ж, всем привет! В этом прекрасном и не очень мире Геншина. И так как я начал полностью новый аккаунт на Азии, поскольку на моем мне просто стало скучно, в этом видео я буду рассказывать о том, каково сейчас играть в Геншин на маленьких рангах и так далее. То есть, как вы видите, мне сразу повезло наказываю, о нем я также расскажу. Собственно, приятного просмотра! Что ж, теперь расскажу немного о, в принципе, ситуации на аккаунте. 28 ранг, половинка до 29-го, второй уровень мира. В принципе, ничего особенного. По сюжету я продвинулся до... Это, это последняя часть Сюжет Ли Юэ, приближение новой звезды. Это сейчас подъем на нефритовый дворец. По карте открыть, собственно, весь Манштадт. Исследован на 60% драконий хребет. Открыть весь Ли Юэ, правда не очень хорошо исследован. По частям открыть Сумеру. И открыть 3 острова в Надзуме, потому что мне нужно было собрать ресурсы для Катухи и идти по дну океана туда. Собственно, теперь о самом главном, о персонажах. Звезда этого кадра это Кадзуха, 1000 атаки, 10 000 хп. Пока ничего особенного. По оружию мне сразу выпал цвет лесного разреза, практически там с первых 10 молитв на ивентовом баннере оружия. Я хочу собирать Кадзуху здесь именно в главного ДПСа, поэтому крит урон и 4 бонус, и 4 шанса крита вполне неплохо. По артефактам пока что решим современника и берсерка, которые прокачаны на максимум. То есть шапка уже на шанс крита, кубок уже на урон. По созвездиям я успел выпить еще одно, совершенно случайно, и талантом 3 двоечки. Собственно, давайте пройдемся дальше по команде Диона с луком на ХП и с артефактами на увеличение восстановления энергии и ХП. Фишель с боевым луком Фавония, это все, что я пока могу ей дать, самое нормальное. По артефактам она сейчас в стадии прокачки, самое главное. Мастерство стихии, шанс крита, нет созвездий. Сянлин. В принципе, первый раз выпало мне с бездны, когда я прошел 3-3 по оружию гроза драконов, пока не возвысил до 50-го. По артефактам максимальное восстановление энергии и шанс крита. По восстановлению сейчас у нее 140%. По созвездию уже выпало 2 штуки, и талантов нет. Не знаю, почему их нет. Собственно, сейчас сразу и покачаем ульту. Говоря про остальных персонажей, вот такие персонажи у меня есть. Скорее всего, часть из них будет использовать для второй команды бездну. И мне нападало много яо-яо, которую, скорее всего, именно по этой причине я буду использовать. Собственно, примерно такая ситуация.
Did you hear that? It seemed like it came. Uh-oh.
Hello!
Look at you, Boozle.
Thank you for your help, kind travelers.
I was not.
I understand. Don't say that. I'm Mung Dan, a supplier for me.
Wait a moment. Actually,
Oh? And what might...
do you have a box that can store presents?
Of course we do. How can... Now, just give me a moment, and I'll let...
Great. Hey there. A guy called Mung.
Uncle Mung already told me about it. Many of the best goods in our store. Here, this container is it?
Yep. Hang on a moment.
Sure, please help yourselves.
Traveler, this clay pot looks really awesome. If we use an antique as our mix, it's done! The one...
Oh, yes. You might want to use...
Woohoo! It looks beautiful! Great!
Yes.
It's not convenient to...
Ah, well said.
Yep.
And yet the code they used was not the one for guess.
I've been waiting for you.
It's since this is our first...
Oh, for me. This palace floats in the skies, higher than the peak of it. I have been gathering the funds necessary to build it from the time I began learning the merchant's craft. And since becoming the... At first, it was but the size of one day. I believe it will overshadow all 7, not many from outside Li Yué. As such, I have been putting...
What?
And I finally got wind of your movements when you were on the way to...
Wait, was...
Everyone at Wangshu... At the Guizhou... I fear that our eyes and ears are more than sufficient. You two are very interesting people, after all. Well, I wouldn't expect you to trust us, considering that you have had far more interactions with... I believe that you've heard of the Archon War. Many gods used to walk this earth. In the end, only 7 victors You can see Goyun Stone Forest from here, I trust. Beneath the spears lie those cast down by... Not only is it true that gods may die, but so too has the membership of the 7 changed over the last 2 millennia. Another Lord of Geo will arrive. Even in a new era, the Liyue Qixing remain... That day at Yujing Terrace, it was also very sudden. But our enemy has long lain hidden. Hiding the Exuvia was a necessary maneuver to take the initiative.
Who's this enemy?
What do you think, Traveler?
Huh? What are you...
Well answered.
Huh?
The scenery out here is... Be at ease, you two.
Can we really?
I have invited you two here as friends.
Ooh.
Why, you've kept your...
That's because even the storyteller...
That's because that wall records Leo's secrets. But the secrets of the mercantile world are of no interest to you, if possible. But if you were to choose the more trust... I originally thought her a bit too hard-headed, with someone of her character on the Qixing, but after she said those words, the time of the Adepti has well, I won't deny that Rex Lapis's passing seems advantageous to us. But for Liyue's sake, we cannot allow ourselves to be Indeed. It seems that I called for the gag order and for the Exuvia to be hidden to temporarily stabilize the situation. With Rex Lapis's death, the Fatui have busied themselves with many clandestine actions beyond their... Allowing the rite of parting to take place was also meant to buy some time.
It's exactly as Zhongli said. The Qixing only provided the venue for their... Wait, that's right. Speaking...
Of course.
Paimon's heard that anyone who sends a greeting gift gets a little something in...
Well, we have made quite a bit of trouble for you recently. How about this?
Yay! Paimon! One of the sheets on that... Don't look at Paimon like that. Just imagine. Let's grab one! The biggest one! Huh? Well, that was an easy search. The biggest... La 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 la. Huh? There's a placement... Sigil of permission... Aw, that doesn't sound... This piece of paper... Oh, Ningguang did say... But research on the sigil of... Speaking of which, there's also some connection... Oh. Well, should we not go then? Oh, so you're saying that it's precisely... Anyway, anyway, before we look for Zhongli at Dihua Marsh, let's go to the...
Nice.
Right on time. Did you enjoy your visit?
It was so big.
Indeed. Then you met with Ningguang?
She's super rich and so generous. Yeah, his take on...
Oh. So you also...
She said that...
Indeed, contrary to the ever-bold Kuching, Ningguang, although she's friendly, there's no way of clearly discerning her true. Yes, she has only relied on her... It's said that she's the one behind the constant expansion of the Jade Chamber. It's the second most important thing to her. Even if she ever gave up the position of Tianquan.
The Jade Chamber is only second. What?
Why, Mora.
All Ningguang talked about was the Fatui this and the...
That is how the Fatui have always been. It doesn't... No matter what they may be planning, you must be...
So, is there anything we need to get?
Yes, as a matter of fact, they're...
Glaze lilies. But why did we come all the... Oh, right! Paimon remembers that...
No. Those Dihua Marsh used to be full of glaze lilies. It is a sort of... before the Archon War. Of course, there are some kind... Wild glaze lilies have the strongest fragrance. But I'll need your assistance in gathering these flowers. That's correct.
So how good is your sing... Really? What?
We'll only know once he...
It's time to sing, whenever you're ready.
Da 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 da.
Мне кажется, это один из самых милых моментов. Есть, в принципе, в сюжете Геншина.
Flowers are jumping. They look really angry. Is it because you sang a song for Mondstadt that they don't understand here in Liyue? Those weren't glaze lilies.
This little monster is no... The glaze lilies used as a disguise were buried with the whopper flower for
Well, that's nice and...
Unfortunately...
That's so late.
Excuse me. Are you searching for glaze?
Oh, hey, it's...
Hello, traveler. I'm surprised you still remember my... Ah, that reminds me.
Well, it sure would have been better if you told us how to...
Didn't I tell you the way?
Nope, we found the way on our own.
Oh, I see. Uh-oh. I guess I really...
Something... She's acting different from the first...
Oh, well, I met you at that time as an emissary of the Tianquan.
You came all the way out here to see the flowers? Why not just...
Yujing Terrace is where Rex Lapis parted from this world. Whenever my duties take me near...
Oh, sorry.
No, it's quite all right. When the Archon War came to its end 2000... Yes. Now that the spirit of Rex Lapis has returned to the other 5, including an of the current 7 Archons, the youngest is Sumeru's god of Dendro. This means that Liyue had been under Rex Lapis's rule from the moment it was first founded 30...
So what do you think of this?
Huh? As a mortal, I've never dared, but as an adeptus...
Huh? Did you...
Yes, After the war ended, I signed a contract with Rex Lapis and took the position as secretary for the Qixing. I've continued those duties to this very day. Well, I also know where wild glaze lilies can be found. See, I've just picked...
We dare not.
Oh, so did you sing a...
Indeed, I did. I know...
Wow, so you really know your...
No, it is you who I should be thanking. If not for this chance, if you would excuse me.
And that just about does it. Our preparation, given the ease of picking glaze lilies, I think this was a fitting end to our time.
Yeah, Paimon can already imagine him start...
I've had enough ventures, and beginning a new undertaking is all... So you must be careful to take the...
Wow. See? All right, I think it's about... Huh? What happened? The city gate is swarming with Millilith and... the Fatui?
Ah, you're the consultant to Wengsheng. The Millilith are watching our every move now.
Desperate times?
The Adepti of Joyun Karst are
Do they intend to exercise...
Most likely. I've heard that some members of the Qixing have already gone to meet them. Well, however, both sides were quite obstinate.
It seems inevitable.
The Adepti do not acknowledge the Qixing. They only acknowledge...
Surely the Liu Qixing are...
They're boneheaded.
And what now?
That's all. She proclaimed that in these tumultuous times, the Millilith must rein in the... Only now do they want to start keeping tabs on us? Anyway, Mr. Zhongli, you're one of Child's close associates. Please understand that your actions will reflect on us.
It looks like things are about to boil over in Liyue Harbor.
Do you intend to use your neutral identity? Neither path is an easy...
Oh, by the way, Mr. Zhongli, we've heard that the Wangsheng funeral parlor has also been caught up.
Things are taking a turn for the... I'm afraid I must leave now to handle things back at Wangsheng. Consider your next course of action carefully, traveler.
Whew. So what does Zhongli mean by looking for the fuse? Oh, Paimon gets it. He must be waiting for the moment when... But where could we find him now? Where would he go at a time like this? Wow! It looked impressive enough from the outside. This is where all of Teyvat's Mora is minted, right? In that case, oh, so it's a trap! But even if we can't take, or better yet, take a nap on top of a mountain of Mora, it's like, oh, right, it's quiet. Huh? Look! What happened here? Uh-oh. Quick, we have to go make...
You've already fulfilled your task as...
Huh? Who's there?
If you were Fatui, I imagine that you would be entitled to a generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself. But now, you're nothing but dross. Although I'm deep, don't you think that trying to stop me now... Stopping the Mora mints, hiding away...
So you've been planning to take the Gnosis...
As one of the 11 Fatui, she will get that which she desires. I'm not asking the time for discussion and diplomacy either way. We now the battle.
Battle? So you're the type that...
You... When Signora offended, instead of confronting you directly, she chose to rely on the snow when she faces a worthy opponent. But as for me...
We won't let what happened in Mondstadt...
Oh, so you intend to fight besides? You could never defeat me. Fighting talk, I love it. This chance is hard to come by, so show me all you've got. So very few ever get the chance to square off with a Fatui.
One with nature.
Not bad, not bad, not bad. You've got a trick or two. Haha, good. No wonder Signora was so wary of you. Self. Not bad. Your swordsmanship is quite impressive. But that's about as far as you'll
Ага, да,
get.
видимо.
Didn't think you had that card hidden up your sleeve.
You were just playing us to get close to the Exuvia!
Oh, quiet down. Stop acting like some wide-eyed recruit. You've seen this world. You of all people should know. This should have been expected! Well then, I'll be taking Morax's Gnosis now. I see. Well, this is most unexpected. You beat me to it, didn't you?
This is going to cost you! Yeah! You got to the Gnosis ahead of me, didn't you? Did you simply move faster? Or did you leak the information regarding the Golden House to me on purpose? No matter. Hand the Gnosis over, now. Don't make me take it from you.
We didn't take it! Look! Child's back to normal.
Well, it seems the burden of the foul legacy. And now that I consider the matter more carefully, you had no connection to the Gnosis.
That's what we've been trying to...
Your show of ability today far surpasses that of Signora's initial assessment of you in Mondstadt. Tell me, you already know the answer, don't you? But if that is a secret you wish to keep, this battle has already left, so it seems that the guardian deity of the... As such,
Backup plan?
I had hoped it would never come to this. The truth is, the world belongs to those who... Unfortunately, we cannot be picky about our...
So what are you planning to do?
I will awaken the god that lies
A god?
Osial, overlord of the Vortex, who, if such an ancient god were to be unleashed upon, do you think the cunning Rex Lapis would just stand aloof?
But the Archon War and...
Simple. I've already prepared the means to awaken it.
Hey, those are sick... Oh, Paimon remembers now. The Fatui have been
Indeed. The one that was given with the power of so many sigils of using the powers of ancient gods in such a situation, but knowing that such an action will not only... Let's see. Will the nation that has lost its deity be swallowed up by an ancient malice once more? If you wish to drown together with the people of Liyue, you're free to stay and enjoy the show.
Huh? He's already gone. That guy is fast. What's going on? If we hadn't happened to see the Jade Chamber flying over, did we make it in time?
What are you...
Huh? Hold on. It's the Adepti.
Faced with the calamity of such
Oh, Paimon gets it. Just seeing...
It's not just you. We've got new Millilith recruits who can't even... Which is why we must stop that monster.
So the Archon War was fun. So will the power of the Chi...
We've already discussed this together.
What? But...
One certainly could.
Huh?
The Chi Sing did once research the matter of, and as fate would have it, one who did for what could you mortals ever learn of Adepti mechanisms?
I suppose this is one blessing. So be it. We shall use the upgraded Guizhong Ballista to fight off that god. We haven't a moment to...
Yep.
Empire manning the Guizhong Ballista. Do not let the Fatui disturb their work.
All able Millilith, with me!
Let's go help too.
We Adepti have not.
Into the wind.
What is that?
That is Osial's divine power. I am very familiar with it. Be careful not to get hit.
Relenting!
How daring. Snezhnai's diplomats will answer for this afterward. Every last one.
Nice and spicy. Oz revealed by the ancient gods attacking again. There are so many Fatui too. We can't look.
Were you about to say we can't hold them, children?
Huh?
Don't lose heart. Here, take this.
This is Adeptal energy. That light from your body. It's like the time in Julian Cars. Wow, it's Madame Ping's shockwave. This granny's really strong.
The winds move.
My duty.
Clouds high. The birds come. Into the wind.
Eat this! Can't have your dream.
The winds move.
With the blood of the Chilean, I guard you against evil. Cast your fear of injury by the wayside and fight with all your might. I too did this during the Archon War.
So this is what Ganyu's like in a fight.
My name means swiftness. Take my power and run as I do.
We're going too fast!
Child, you are strong in body and spirit. Perhaps you can withstand 3 forms of adeptal energy at once.
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
Once you've adapted, try to use them in battle. Time to go. One with nature.
By royal decree. Get them!
Fallen leaves, adorn my night. The wind knows me. One with nature. One with wind and cloud.
Exercise caution. I fear that the god's power has reached its peak.
In other words, if we hold here, there's nothing worse to come, right?
Clouds high. The birds come. One with nature. The wind knows me. As one with wind and cloud. Into the wind. Clouds high. The birds come. The wind.
The Fatui's numbers are thinning!
Fight on, comrades! Once we finish this lot off, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace.
The interlopers are no more. Now we may commit ourselves fully.
It's working! We just need to keep this up!
Be careful now.
The Guizhong ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
I have another idea.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
What is the meaning of this?
I understand.
Traveler, lend me a hand. Farewell, old friend. Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
Is it finally over?
The ominous aura of that monster has the effects of the sigil of permission last but a short time. It will be some time before the
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to be here. Surely you won't protect.
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retake. I've heard that when Ningguang began at first, it was only that. It is a testament to Ningguang, seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed.
Well, I was really hoping you would say that such Thank you all for hearing me out.
Oh?
3,700 years. Even to this very day, Li Yué, but that does not mean that the Li Yué of today is the same city as it was all those years ago. Do not merely cast your protective gaze upon the land. Instead,
Are you questioning our means of
I mean no offense. I simply hope that our Adepti forebear.
Forebears, you say? One.
This morning, Rex
What?
In the dream, I also thought to tell him how the past generations of Qixing had but I dared not speak.
Oh, Ningguang.
Yet another perspective. What are you trying to say?
Right. That's something that happened. The Animal Archon sought to quell the strife between the two sides, because
Each of the 7 nations has its own.
Though your point is the very height, as Adepti, we've become a laughingstock. To be chastised.
All right. Didn't Ningguang suggest that we should...
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am a...
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millilith. I have come to... I thought this battle would perhaps... Although I am a mere...
Huh? Why does everyone look...
Weren't you frightened?
I wasn't afraid. When danger is near, thanks for protecting Li Yué.
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be...
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh, okay.
You see, this is what the country of contracts is, although their blood is weak. The time of contracts between gods and...
Seeing the port around us now, it is hard not to...
Your line of inquiry is askew. One did not spearhead.
Seems like the Adepti have had a change of heart.
Let us return now.
Eager to leave.
Yes, one understands what the conqueror of demons. One fears that by the time one finally grasps the new... Fair enough.
Since we Adepti have but how will we ensure that...
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry.
Looks like the conflict between humans and Adepti. Oh, right! Its child wanted to unleash the... But we were able to handle... Oh, and speaking of that, doesn't get it. But isn't the strongest lead we have the adeptiless rite of parting that we're organizing? No idea where Zhongli's gone. Let's ask for him at Wangshen Funeral Parlor.
Is there anything I can do for you two?
We've come to see Zhongli.
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't here at the moment.
Doesn't the Northland Bank belong to... Last time we saw Zhongli, do you think he doesn't know about the attack? We had better go and...
You call this cooperation between harbingers?
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides, it seems that...
Hey, it's Zhongli and Child.
It's you two. Ah, right. I imagine that it must...
No, don't let her... You've yet to gather the power, so it might be best to keep things...
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since...
Paimon knew that we should
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you? Nothing personal. We just have different... The real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me. So actually...
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be... You remember the agreement, Morax. Now, if you...
What in the world are you talking...
The contract is fulfilled.
How sanctimonious.
What? So you're... No, wait! That's unexciting...
I do not give it for free. I give it as a
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole...
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling...
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that, as you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6... Even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with until one drizzly day. As I was strolling along, I stood motion.
Oh, Zhongli...
But as I began to consider relinquishing my divine was Li Yué, the city I had dwelt in for... So I feigned my own death, and gathered the cast of Child, the Adepti, and the Li Yué Chisi. That's right. Which is why I continue...
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point...
Of course. And it would have been all just as a child quickly matured...
In the end, the resolute... Take the Adepti, for instance. Owing to their years of seclusion, they were the least informed. Yet when faced with a crisis, credit is also due to Senora, the emissary dispatched by the Cryo-Archon to... This meant I could remain as Zhongli, even having all of these things turned out as I had planned. I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti. They seized the opportunity... Protectors, and used...
Huh?
On the contrary, I think it is excellent. I had always feared...
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone...
I think that thanks would be more appropriate if you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, Adepti, and a god.
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itching for a... Hey, haven't you learned the Li Yué saying?
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no...
Fine. I'll meet...
Do as you wish.
Now then, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
Right! As Zhongli always...
Realistically speaking...
Huh?
However, I am the god of contract. My agreement with the Cryo-Archon will be the last of my contract. As for the bargaining chip, uncover that answer for yourself.
Today's the day of the rite of parting. Although the star of the show is fake, we spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.
Oh, well, since we're... So Rex Lapis is really... Oh, come on. Do you think that the assassin could have been a normal person? There's only one real possibility in my mind. I've heard that the assassin was that Fatui fellow. Youngish, pretty high in rank.
Fatui? They certainly are very suspicious.
Shh! Lower your voice. If the Fatui catch you in their sights, Rexlap...
You know that god from the ocean couldn't have just shown up out of nowhere.
Yes, and to think that this...
Say, do you think...
Now that you mention it, that's very... I mean, it all fits together. That person must have colluded with the evil... Still, what sort of supernatural prowess must this...
Ah, forget it. Guessing's no use to us. Look. Hear ye all! Though a dragon soars ageless as the mountains, gods and adepti live glorious lives, but both light and shadow have their season. So too must they face divinely appointed trials. Rumors and hearsay abound on the streets, having been thwarted in his trial. Rex Lapis's soul has nor are they to believe street-born rumors or indulge in baseless speculation.
Paimon needs a translation on what the So that something feels off. Why would they suddenly give up looking for the murderer? Not to mention how could the Qixing already have known that Did Zhongli tell them in secret after his gnosis changed hands? Exactly, right? Ooh, seems like the rite of parting is... Look, it's Ningguang and Kuchi.
As said previously, Rex Lapis's soul were...
3,700 years of
We, the people of Li Yué, were indeed prosperous, but blinded by our prosperity.
The long, unending dream.
Now that we have awoken from our dream, will you stand with us as we...
So concludes the word. Does Her Eminence the Yuheng have an...
Is she a
traveler?
Yikes! She really...
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the...
So young! The Li Yué Qixing always repay their name your price.
Whoa.
Well, could you help me put up some missing person posters?
Why, you... Were you just... If you were looking for someone...
Roping you in was possibly the most masterful move we could have made.
The cleanup of the premises, managing the crowds as they exit, making an account of the rite. There's much that remains to be done.
Hey, Zhongli! Look at this! And here you are looking...
Why would I not? Right. If the two of you can spare the time.
Ha! That sounds like big talk, Zhang.
You're right. I do like the Mora. As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily... When I was journeying with you, though I still had the Gnosis in hand, I knew that
Oh, no wonder! But since you weren't used to not being able to just make more...
Well, we were only spending in the City of Commerce. We do not merely exchange money or goods. We also exchange knowledge. The Archon Morax could never experience I will treasure the memories that I made as Jean. That is true.
Paimon thinks that we...
I fear that continuing your journey may be difficult. The nation that neighbors Li Yué, the Electro-Archon Ball. And just as the people of Li Yué preferred to call me Rex Lapis.
Paimon thinks we've heard that one before.
That is the case. And since Raiden is also the shogun of Inazuma, people...
That said, though people at the wharf were saying that the situation in Inazuma is fair... Zhongli, since you're Rex Lapis, shouldn't...
It's because of visions.
Visions?
When faced with circumstances beyond their control. But if a person shows true strength of will at a desperate... This is what visions are. magical foci bestow.
That's how people in Tibet see it.
But starting from last year, the ride.
Vision hunted?
Yes. It was an order to seize all visions with.
They want to seize visions. But why? Aren't
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's eyes, it is precisely because they are.
Whoa.
The Animo Archon is the god of freedom, and the Geo Archon is the god of contracts. For her part, the Raiden Shogun, the fact that even I, the oldest of the seven, knowing her, she must have again quoted 7 ideals for 7 gods. And of. All right then. Was there anything else? Well then, I suppose you'll have to.
Вот такое получилось видео. Я прошел квест Ли Юэ приближение Новой, показал своих персонажей, в принципе, которыми можно играть до 30-35 ранга в Геншине при этой разборке. В принципе, вывод. Мне было интересно снова проходить сюжет Ли Юэ после 2 лет того, как я последний раз прошел на основном аккаунте. В принципе, те же эмоции, те же переживания, они все еще присутствуют. Видно, что игра много обновлялась, потому что изменилось немного озвучивание некоторых строчек. Добавились, в принципе, новые слова персонажей, которых не было, когда я первый раз проходил. В общем-то, все прекрасно, это вполне интересно. Так что вот такой вот получился ролик. Всем спасибо за просмотр. Всем пока.